I'm John Rethmel from Defiance County, Ohio.
I'm Bruce Clevenger, Ohio State University Extension educator here in Defiance County. This research project is looking at investigating interseeding cover crops into standing crops, soybeans and corn, looking at different timing, monitoring the stage of the development of the crop, and trying to get a cover crop established.
We are experimenting with interseeding cover crops into a standing corn and bean field today. We have been experimenting with cover crops for about 6 or 8 years, and we've had a lot of difficulties getting stands established in the fall.
The initiation of the research was started by John's questions, and so as a farmer, he was looking for answers, and so he came and was inquiring about the struggles and the challenges and sharing with me some of the challenges that he had. Without a lot of firm answers, the research design kind of grew from that conversation. And we decided on type of cover crop to establish and roughly the planting dates, but roughly the design so that we would have a bona fide answer at the end of the season that we could say confidently that the research treatments were the results rather than just random acts of variability in the field. I think the farmers are going to look for the time of year to interseed, especially for corn, being that the cereal rye and the annual rye interseeding of cover crop could potentially be a competitor for the nitrogen and also the growing corn. So how soon can we plant a cover crop, and is it actually going to be a weed in the corn crop? For the soybean, the way John plants his soybeans, a little bit wider row soybeans, it allowed a little bit more opportunity to come back in at different times and interseed because he runs a twin row on a 30-inch spacing. We can come in later in the growing season and establish a cover crop at multiple planting dates. And really the planting dates we're playing with and we're experimenting that as part of the design of the research.
We assembled this, the box is a Valmar seed box, and it's air seed delivery to each row. And the row units are made by the Dawn Manufacturing Company, kind of specifically for this. And then we assembled it on no toolbar we found, so just kind of a test unit to evaluate whether we think we can make this work or not.
John put up his own dollars with the assistance of some grants to support his effort. Really the equipment is something that interseeding equipment is not really locally available. So that was the first barrier or the hurdle for him to get over, is to have a piece of equipment to go to the field with. So our research design looks at 3 cover crop species. We have cereal rye, annual rye, and oat. And so within each of those species, we'll have 3 planting dates interseeded into soybean.
The benefits of the cover crops, you know, we might or might not see a yield benefit, slight, a lot of times not real significant, but we wonder if the benefit comes from long-term use, but we haven't been able to reach that point because of our problems getting stands established. The first stand, it's pretty good. It's not perfect. We had moisture when we planted it, but we have not really had any rain since. So it's up, but it's not going real strong, but I think it'll be okay. You know, as far as the cover crops, you just have to adapt to what you can make work on your farm. You know, a lot of different guys do well with, say, an airplane or something like that, and that would be a good option for them. But I'd say just come up with a system that works for you, and definitely lean on somebody like Bruce, because he's been a big help for us.
I think when they look at this research, they'll broaden their horizon. They'll broaden their views as to how to do cover crops. So I think it's going to be an innovative way of looking at timing and equipment that's going to place the seed accordingly.